working on a supplement for a client, and we're in the label design phase. I sent him some preliminary designs and he loves it. He's over the moon about it. But I don't like it. And I think it could be better. And so my goal is to try to make it better, but I have been stuck for a week on this, and I don't know why. Most people would say, okay, well, the client thinks it's good, so just, run it. And that would be fine. And it's not bad. It's not like it looks bad, but I just think that there's so much more potential there than what's being shown, and I just don't know how to grab it. They're only doing one product right now, but they may do more products in the future, and my goal is to show kind of the evolution in between all of the, let's say there's 3 products, is to show how they all work together. It's really difficult to try to put that into visuals. Even to put it into words is really, really hard because, like, I'm not a mom, I don't have kids, and so this is a pretty difficult challenge for me. I think what I need to do is tell a story. So the first one's going to be a prenatal, and so that's kind of the before. And then I think they talked about maybe doing a lactation, I forget what they call it, something to do with that. And so that would be kind of in the middle, and then like a hormone balance, which would be after, right? And so I contacted the client and I kind of told him my thought process here, like, hey, this is something that I'm trying to figure out. I need your help, or your wife's help, probably in this case would be even better. And then I'm also going to reach out to moms that I know, be like, hey, I'm struggling with this, like, tell me your story. Maybe if I just drink enough caffeine, it'll just come to me. Shake the open ground. Won't give in, I'm fighting for the crown. So I think I might have an idea. While I was filming some B-roll for this video, I was thinking about composition and something that we typically use called the rule of thirds. And then I started thinking about threes and how there's going to be 3 products, potentially. We're only doing 1 right now, but the goal is to add 2 more. And then I started thinking, okay, in order for there to be a baby, yes, the mom is the part of that we're focused on, but there also has to be the dad, and so that's 3. I don't know a lot about this stuff, but I do know that. We're potentially looking at 3 different colors. Stories are typically written in 3 parts, and that's where all of this started to begin with. I want to tell a story with the brand being the focus of it, which is why I'm getting all this information from the client and his wife about why they decided to start this company. In a story, typically the part are intro, some sort of challenge or conflict, and then a resolution to that. And that kind of goes along perfectly with the different products. One being the prenatal, which is going to be, the before you're a mom, like that's what you use before any of this really kicks off. That's what you're using. And then the challenge, I guess, in the middle is breastfeeding, which I've heard from every mom that does it. It's kind of a pain. And so we've got that lactation support product in the middle. And then once all of that's done, that final stage, the resolution is it's just for the mom. It's hormone support so that this cycle can repeat over and over again. And so I think with that in mind, I want to try to do some sort of pattern for each of these sections of these time frames, and then use that combined with the rule of thirds on the packaging. So, with all of the sketches done, I think I've got an idea as to what to do for these patterns. I'm going to get into Illustrator and see what I can do. I've been working on this for a few hours now. Actually, it's starting to get dark. I don't have my lights on, but I think I came up with, not blowing smoke up my own ass here, one of the most unique compositions for a supplement bag that I have ever seen. Like, look at this. I don't know how well the camera is picking this up, but I'll show a proper screenshot of it so you guys can get the idea. But I am super fucking excited for how this turned out. I sent a screenshot to the client with all of my reasoning behind it, and so we'll see what they say. So that was a little dramatic. They actually didn't hate the new one. They really liked it. There was just a few things about the original that they wanted to keep, which we're gonna tweak it and do some revisions and make sure that we can incorporate all the things that they liked about the original one while using this new one that I think is better for the brand. There's a saying that done is better than perfect, something like that. And that's true, and I think a lot of people get hung up on making things perfect when they could just send it. But I don't think that this is one of those times, and I'm glad that I took the time and I took the extra steps to push myself as a designer, regardless of what the client thinks of it. If they like the original, then they like the original, and that's fine. I knew that I could have done better, and that's what I wanted to do. And I did that. I came up with what I think is a really unique composition for a label and for packaging design, and I'm glad that I did, and that's something that I can kind of add to my design vocabulary, and I can pull from that in the future. I may have a client that wants some really crazy, weird, layout, and I can be like, oh yeah, I did that thing. Done is better than perfect, but I think sometimes you do need to push past good, and there's a lot of times where good is just not good enough, and this was one of those times. So I'm glad that I took the time to push it from good to what I think is great.